Hello and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Hope everybody's staying safe, staying cozy, enjoying life in all of its glory. Hello, Ocean. How you doing, buddy? Before we jump into the action today, remember that if you are watching the YouTube online, that you should give us a like, a comment. No, you don't like things. No, you do like things. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's what you do on YouTube. And if you're watching us live, you should follow us, as well as hang out with us in chat, or maybe even subscribe as well if you want to, interact a bit more. If you are interested in joining any of our pay-to-play games, please consider joining our Patreon at one of the lower tiers so that we can get you into the community and see if these games will be a good, solid fit for you. Our community is pay-to-play, so keep that in mind, everybody. However, we are open to everybody, no matter who they are. We want everybody to feel happy, safe, and content playing inside of our games. Now, let's get into the action. Hi, Action. How we doing, everybody? Taryn, what the hell happened last session?
Well, last session, we were preparing to make our way into Tal'Dorei. The first part of that is teleporting to Gordon, and the person who's teleporting us has never been there. So Alana has the ability to enter people's dreams, and in doing so, she hopped into Reginald's. The first thing that she saw was that he was there with a dark-haired woman with a pale complexion, obviously having some sort of drow heritage. And very quickly, though, she projects an image of Gordon. She starts in the middle of town, and as they travel through, finding distinctive features, things that he could remember, and use in teleportation, there is a symbol of the knowing mistress. And Gordon has a very open and tolerant view on religion. And the knowing mistress is one that he was particularly interested in because they revere thought, study, and the sharing of knowledge. He does mention that he's worried that she's a betrayer god. But they do go through a lot more of the city, including even the area near where Oana grew up. They spend all 8 hours of that dream time exploring. Excuse me. And in the morning, he casts teleport. And we end up on top of mountains that are jagged and rocky. And we have to make our way down. We end up being about 2 days walk away from Gordon. We each kind of use our own way, Reggie using fly, helping others fly down as well. Taryn just climbs. Sneak decides that the best way to get down is to use Thunderstep in the middle of the mountains, which alerts the nearby miners, who at first were very suspicious of us, but then let us through. And on the way, Oana warns us that there are voices that are in the woods that could lure us away. And however, that warning came a little late for Starling. He's in the woods somewhere. And we decide that at this point to let him wander a little while we take care of some more pressing issues. When we arrive in Gordon, we start working on finding some supplies, and the last step that we need to get to Tal'Dorei is for Taryn, who is a full-blooded elf, to go to sleep and dream of home, which is, like, ironically enough, her worst nightmare. So we try at first, she doesn't go to sleep, and the next day, we decide to get her roaringly drunk on mead that has notes of pine in it to remind her of home. And we trade a story of a dune romance between a traveler and a Medusa in order to earn that cask. So we all sit around drinking. Taryn is completely blitzed, and does manage to fall asleep, and actually has enough wherewithal to direct that dream towards home.
Alrighty. So, during the night, Oana, you are staring at Taryn at a very uncomfortable position for Taryn. However, eventually they do slowly drift to sleep. Taryn, would you like to describe the landscape that Oana sees before you? Actually, did I have you roll your wisdom save yet?
You did.
And what'd you get? 19. You control your dream very well. Go ahead.
Well, the first thing that hits you is just the overwhelming smell of pine trees. Before you even see them, and as soon as you do, you're surrounded by them. There's a fresh snow on the ground and a little bit more coming through the trees, and everything is painted white. And you realize that you're near a waterfall that has crystallized ice off of the side of the rocks, and it's still roaringly loud and cold and overcast. So everything, all the bright colors that you assume you would see here are a little bit grayed out through, because the sky is so gray itself. And at the edge of this waterfall is a stone that has a bowl carved into the top, and as you look over to the side, there are something very recognizable to you as being Terrans, 19 bullets inside of that stone. And you hear all sorts of bird chatter, and it seems like the forest itself, even though it is gray with the snow, is very much alive.
Oh,
am I there?
Yeah. You're in this landscape looking around.
I'm gonna go just absorb everything, try to look at everything, get the sense of all the smells and the sounds, feel the cold. I'll approach the waterfall and take good accounting of everything there, all the little minute details, all the bullets, the bowl, all of it.
Would you like
Taryn, are you there? Oh, sorry, what?
I was going to say, would you like to roll me an investigation check?
Of course.
Yeah, I would be there.
So this is where you grew up?
A little bit of it. This is the place I know that I could remember most.
Where are we?
My brother's grave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. This is where I spent the most of my time the last times I was here. It's the most meaningful place to me.
Are you afraid to come back?
In ways, yes. The last time I was here was not particularly pleasant, and although I feel that what I did was for the best, I'm not so sure how it's turned out. It's been just over a year now, and I don't know if there's been enough time for everyone to heal, you know?
I understand. No one can foresee the full extent of the consequences of their actions, but as long as you do what you think is right, I think that's enough.
Well, what I thought was right took quite a bit of wrong to make happen.
I guess we will all be judged by our actions and the effects they produce. I think I've seen enough. If you'd like, I can change your dream, make it into something else.
Well, I do want to be sure because it is quite far from home. Let me show you one more place. She closes her eye to concentrate, and you end up in a natural clearing. And on the edge of that clearing are gigantic mushrooms that have been, you can tell, have been tended to and encouraged to grow there. And it's on the inside of the circle, there's no snow. Very distinctive in that there are several rocks that are coming up out through the ground, very bare and rigid. This here is the another place that I can remember very well. My father spent a lot of time here as well. This is the Lamute. That's what my people call it.
The Lamute?
Yes.
What is it for?
It's where decisions are made, and those who are in charge argue and talk and counsel and that sort of thing.
When was the last time you were here?
The same time, about just over a year ago.
Okay. Now, I don't really mean to pry too much, but you said that these people may not have fully accepted or gotten over the events that last transpired. Should we avoid them?
I don't believe so. The people that were left after what happened were grateful for it. You could be grateful for something and still be hurt because of it.
I understand. I'm gonna take a walk around the entire ring and try to absorb all of this as well.
Okay. Roll me another investigation, please. Decent enough. You write a vast majority of this into your mind and try to absorb as much of this information as possible. And, well, you are doing a very good job at that, but only time will tell if you're able to translate all of this as well into somebody else's dream.
Okay.
What?
I'm sure we don't have much time left. It's a bit hard to tell inside a dream, but if you'd like, I can change things, or I can take you back, or
I'd rather go back. Being asleep is. I feel very vulnerable.
I understand the sensation. I have had to sleep in my life, but once you no longer need to, it does seem like a strange way to prostrate yourself to the world.
Yes, and it's so trusting of things, and I'm still not quite there, I don't think. Perhaps
That's
one day.
understandable. Well, I think I have everything I need, so I'll see you in a bit, and I'm gonna wake us up.
Alrighty. The two of you wake up, and immediately you feel... You know those long days back in probably college where you would stay up until 3 or 4 a.m. 4 days in a row to start classes at 1 a.m. or at 7 a.m. And every single day you would do that, and then you finally got to sleep. That fatigue that just weighs super heavy on you, that's what you feel right now, Taryn.
The sleep backlog.
Mm-hmm. It is. Your entire body is tight. You have that throbbing in your head that's not quite a headache. It's just there. But, Oana, once again, you feel great.
Is it still night, or have we reached morning?
It's not morning quite yet. But you're getting there.
Is Kai snoring?
In a different room, yes.
Well, you can still hear him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Taryn, if you want to begin a trance, that might take the edge off, but I'm going to try to enter Reggie's dream, and I'm going to cast Dream again.
Alrighty. For some reason, I thought Dream was your invocation spell. Not your invocation spell, your, you know what I'm talking about.
Nope, it's just a spell.
Turns out that Dream is really good.
It is.
It's only 5th level?
Yeah.
That is insane.
I will take that trance. See if I can shake some things off.
Yep. Well, anyways. Now, you try to enter into Reggie's dream. Let's see if he can control his dream fairly well. Nope, not the mango die. This time, as you enter into a completely blackened void. Nothing at all except Reggie sitting in a chair.
Oh, I see you've made some improvements.
I never knew that I needed to focus on sleep to protect myself, and now I do.
Well, you don't need to protect yourself right now, so allow me to assist. And I'm going to change his dream to everything I saw. I'll start with the waterfall first.
Alrighty. Give me a, You committed it to memory fairly well, so I need a performance check from you. See how well you can replicate everything perfectly for them. Wow, that's pretty bad for you.
Yeah. I rolled 15 minus 9.
He begins his investigation through everything, and you are missing quite a few details, aren't you?
the essence of dreams is to be imprecise. Memory itself is not perfect, let alone mine. I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. Now, at least.
Well, with this amount of information, I may be able to affect this spell at least slightly in our favor, but we still will be taking a chance.
Well, let me show you a separate location. This is one of two.
Okay.
And I'm going to show him the ring.
He looks around at it, and what exactly is this?
This is the Lamut. Is that the way to say it? This is the Lamut of Terran's community that she came from. She said it was a place of meeting, of gathering. So I don't know if it would be occupied if we were to travel to it, but it's something we should be aware of at least.
We should certainly be aware of this. Okay. Well, I believe I have picked up all of the details that I can from all of this. So.
Great. So what do you want to talk about?
Not a whole lot.
Oh, that's okay. We can just look at each other.
Please leave.
I'm going to slowly fade, like one of those old pictures.
And he'll just sit down on a rock and wait. But
I'm going to make it take like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Anyways, after you're done that, morning rolls around. Sneak and Kai, the two of you are awake far before everybody else. You wake up feeling refreshed. The bed, well, I mean, Sneak, I believe you were the little spoon?
I believe it was back to back.
At
least that's how it started.
Both of you roll D2s. Let's see what position you ended. Oh, I think he's AFK, so I'll roll his. Back to back. Yep. You started in back to back.
Snuggling.
Yeah.
But they somehow switched.
Yeah.
One has their head with their feet.
Oh, Sneak would put his face nowhere near Kai's feet. Let's be real here.
Oh,
That is not.
I've been with those feet since. I've been with those feet longer than any of y'all. You don't need it.
But anyways, you two wake up feeling refreshed. He's not here right now, so you wait about half an hour before Terran finally gets here. It's kind of odd. She's usually the first person awake, but right now she is not.
I still feel miserable.
Evan, you look like you haven't slept at all.
That's what I feel like, but I slept and I had a trance. Ugh. But I haven't slept since... God, it must have been... It's been over 100 years.
Elves, you are odd creatures.
You aren't wrong.
But
Am I there?
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Remember, you had to go into his dream, so you're going to take as long as his dream takes for your spell to end. And you wanted to take your good old time leaving.
True.
However, while the two of you are just having a loose-lipped conversation, presumably out downstairs, where they are serving food right now in this tavern.
yeah.
And coffee, hopefully.
Coffee is not found in this region at all. Guardian does not sell coffee here. Would you like
Terrible.
tea?
Green tea.
They have green tea, they have Earl Grey, they have English style, also known as Western style. They have
There's, like,
chamomile.
There's like 3 bags of Western tea in one thing. Trying to get as much caffeine as possible.
Yep. Oana, you finally end your concentration on his dream, and within a couple of minutes, Reggie is already back downstairs, holding a book up as he walks down them at all of you. Guten Morgen.
Good
Morning, Reggie.
Morrison.
Morning.
Pleasant dreams.
They were slightly informative. So, I am not sure where the miscommunication may have come from during all of this. However, the amount of details I received are less than the amount of details we received previously. So, we are going to be taking a... We're going to be taking a larger risk by attempting a teleport with this amount of information.
Is there more that I can do to help?
Presumably no. It is, what it is.
There's also a fact that I hadn't thought of before we tried coming to Guardian is if things have changed in the meanwhile, it seems that might have an impact because I showed Reginald exactly what I remembered Guardian to be, but as we've seen, that has changed.
Yeah, that has a little bit of bearing on it. Luckily, though, I believe you were recently back in that location, so based off of what I've seen, I highly doubt it has changed very much at all within a year. But
Do we
it is what it is.
do we have any things we want to take care of before we try again? I understood that we were going to try to stock up on supplies here. Or wait, player, did we do that last time?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. We got everything I need.
Very well. Everybody else?
Reginald,
Yeah.
I understand that you have to understand this. I do not understand magic. But it seems the closer things are tied to the place, it helps. What if you had something that was from there?
If this was an item that was there over an incredibly long period of time, it may still be attuned to that specific location. But if it is more of a mundane origin, and it has been gone for a year, as you say, then it would not assist very greatly. What is this object that you are offering?
She pulls out, it's a set of clothing that was from there, that she wore when she lived there.
Well, unfortunately, clothing is not the type of thing that would amplify the spell's capabilities. If you have an artifact or something like that among you that comes from there, that may still hold weight.
Let's see.
None of your guns were made there. None of your armor was made there.
Trying to think and maybe the tinker's tools.
probably not from a rural area like that. That wouldn't be Tinker's tools, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of anything else that she's had that long, and that was all.
Most of those things you got from Whitestone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if this is the case, I say we take the risk. It's only 678 miles or so. Our margin for error is fairly vast, but it could also be very advantageous for wherever we end up. Not to mention, I would rather get to the other side of this world before they do, so we have the chance of at least catching them off guard ahead of them.
And I know quite a bit of the Alabaster Sierras very well. So even if we end up a little far away, I should be able to help us orient ourselves.
Do you have a map of Tal'Dorei?
I do not.
Scheiße. Are you capable of, do you think in Guadin they would have a map of Tal'Dorei? Looks at you, Oana.
Oh, I'm sure you could probably find one, but it would be somewhat rare. I mean, most maps are dedicated to the surrounding woods and mountains.
Well, I would rather have a map of the location instead of relying on falling amongst the Alabaster Sierra. If we're going to fail, anticipate failing by a lot.
Yes, we should avoid that. I don't want to be mountain dodging again.
That could be, well, I mean, I'm fine. I've prepared for that today.
Great.
Hey, yesterday he didn't have Featherfall, okay? He just...
Yeah. Well, do I know of any map makers?
In town, I mean, not really map makers. Most of the maps that have been made in this territory were made a long time ago, and have always just been here. Maybe shops would sell them. Maybe people would trade them in at places, like, yeah. Oddity stores or general stores, those are kind of what you're looking at here.
Okay, should we all go together or split up and try to cover ground?
I am going to stay here and enjoy my chamomile.
I'll go help you look, Alana.
Okay. Be back in a little bit. And
Yes, Kai, you are.
Sneak, Kai, are you gonna search, or do you want to stay with Reggie and watch him drink his chamomile?
And I'm not going anywhere with Reggie. I'll help you search.
Likewise. More eyes on the situation is always better.
Trust me, Sneaky, you're not going to get anywhere with that.
What?
Reggie just continues reading his book.
I'm very confused, but all right.
By the way, did you find out what you needed to last night? I'd be happy to put Terry in a sleeper hold if it would help.
I'm not sure that would help, but I think we got as much as we could.
Kai shrugs. Okay.
All right.
Now, I am
Today-
curious. Taryn, do you think Kai could put you in a sleeper hold, or would you be able to get out of it?
he'd end up with a knife in his chest, especially today if he tried.
Good to know.
Kaius rolls his eyes.
Today's not the day, Kai. Normally I can handle you, but I wouldn't try today.
Okay, so let's go, and I will lead the way.
Alrighty. So, the 2, 3, 4 of you enter out into the city. Where are you going first? There's the general store, and there's a couple of oddity shops around town.
Let's go to oddity shops. That sounds fun.
Alrighty. So you go over to Osla's Oddities. As you begin to open the door to this blackout windowed looking shop, a map of Tal'Dorei. As you try...
Hey, right there, a map. That's what we needed.
As you try opening up the door, you kind of slam it against something.
It's stuck.
Yeah. It opened up like 3 inches.
Can I stick my face to the opening and say hello?
You hear from underneath your face.
I look down.
There's a very drunk-looking dwarven man wearing incredibly sweaty-looking clothing who like rolls over and looks at you and goes, "Hey."
Are you the owner?
I'm the worker today. Oh, I suppose you want in here, don't you?
A little bit. Can we
He
come in?
rolls over one full rotation, and then the door just slides open. Yep, have fun looking around. Let me know what you want. He just keeps lying on the floor staring at the ceiling.
Interesting. Things have changed.
I will give it a look around.
Okay, roll an
Okay.
investigation. Roll an investigation.
Investigation.
I'm gonna stare at the dwarf.
He keeps staring at the ceiling. His eyes look almost dead, completely dead. Uh, 14, Kai. You're beginning to like go over towards a couple of stacks where there's like scrolls and larger parchments, and taking them out one by one and looking at them and dropping them on the ground, trying to find something that says Tal'Dorei on it. Taryn, however, as he's doing that, you're just picking them up and actually reading them to make sure they're not Tal'Dorei and putting them back.
Most importantly, are there any pictures?
It is a map. A map is a picture with words. If it's a picture you like, that's to be determined. But it is still a picture with words.
That's another shop, Kai.
Let's go there next.
But anyways, Oana, as you're staring down at this dwarf, his eyes are just completely dead and goes, "Can you hand me that bottle over there?"
Is there a bottle?
Yes. It's
What's in it?
It's a jug that has 2 X's on it.
2 X's. Can I smell it?
Yeah. Oh, that smells flammable.
Are you sure you want this?
Yup. It's about the only thing I want right now that I can have.
Do you want me to pour it in your mouth?
Ah.
I'm gonna start pouring it into his mouth.
Alright, give me a sleight of hand check.
During all of this, I'm just gonna try and pocket the maps.
Just waterboard him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah, you pour it, and as it kind of like splashes in their mouth, and just shoot up immediately.
Oh, that did
Ugh.
help.
Oh, you're trying to fucking kill me, woman. Notably, he does not have a Guardian accent at all, or a Menagerie accent. Ugh. Ugh.
Far
Hey,
from home.
don't steal the map. He said it like
Just-
half-heartedly, not a whole lot. Anything else.
I'm just checking to see if it's the right ones.
Ugh.
So, why are you here? Do you just always spend your time on the floor?
It's a job. The only job I can get in town. Stupid miners won't let me work with them. Hey, why won't they let me be a miner? I want to mine.
Oh, it's probably because you're not an elf.
What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
A lot here.
Oh, that sucks. Hey, are any of you, happen to be, heading back over to, like, the Graying Wildlands or anything?
We're going out of town. We're not going by normal route, so I don't know.
That sucks. Kind of just like
Why?
takes the jug from your hands. I'm looking for a way out of this shithole of a town. Trying to get back up to my fucking home. Came all the way down here seeking employment, and they're like, "Ew, you can't work with any of us." Fucking idiots. Look, I got 36 years of experience in the coldest environment you have in Wildemount, mining for some of the best crews.
Do you think it might have been somewhat related to your... Well, I don't know if you were drinking at the time, but...
No, I'm doing this because I'm depressed, and keeps drinking. I was
they
sober.
could always use miners with experience in Whitestone.
The fuck's a Whitestone?
It's in Tal'Dorei.
Oh, that place? Let me roll an intelligence check with disadvantage. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's right. So you break through some white stones?
There's a market for something called residuum. It helps instill. It's easily instilled with magic, and you have to mine it. It's very profitable.
Really? Do they have an open position in Whitestone? And like he like wanders over towards you. He fucking reeks. Like this guy hasn't showered in many days. He's been drinking. He's now covered in grain alcohol.
Smells worse than Kai?
Karen's
Easily.
perception is 10.
Wow.
So she's like,
Oh, you don't notice until he's right next to you.
yeah. Of course, they you would have to stop drinking quite as much, of course, because it is a delicate nature, but
Oh yeah, no problem. He throws the jug across the shop and it shatters against odd items. No problem.
Jeez.
Kai dodges out of the way and gives him a dark look.
But of course there's a few crews that are out there almost all the time.
Hell yeah. Oh, that'd be so much better. They told me to piss off here, so fuck it. Yeah, which direction's Whitestone?
Well,
You
from
do have a
what-
map of Tal'Dorei in your hands right now.
Well, if you you have to travel north. Where's the ferry to what stuff? To Tal'Dorei? What's that out of?
The ferry would be up here, right outside the canal.
Okay.
And I can't read that middle word. What's that middle word? The what?
Lushgut Forest?
No, the middle one of the canal.
Oh. There's a reason why I went to the eye doctor this morning.
Right there.
this-
Can anybody else see that? Because I'm colorblind and that doesn't work for me.
Where are you looking?
I just shift pinged right here.
Oh,
You might have to
Thing
zoom
is
in.
It's a little fuzzy. Like I'm zoomed in and I can maybe read it, but oof.
I'm getting like streaming channel.
the shearing channel.
Shearing looks right, yeah.
Ed Shearing channel. All right.
See, you just have to travel
Yeah,
north
that's it.
here, up to the, there's a ferry that crosses the shearing
Okay.
channel here.
How much is the ferry? I don't have any more money. It took me everything I got to get down here.
I'm not quite sure, but
Yeah.
Taryn gives him 10 gold.
Oh fuck! That's a good amount.
That's
Wait,
a terrible idea.
wait. Do you like to fight evil cults?
I mean, it's not a particular pastime of mine, but if an evil cult fuck with me, I'd fuck them up. Or they'd kill me. I'm not a great fighter. I'm a great miner.
No, I think mining would be more your speed.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I'm gonna whisper to Sneak and just say, "You could be a distraction."
You were saying.
He could be a distraction whispered to you. Wait, are all of you heading out there to Whitestone?
We are, but we are going by magical means.
Let me see the map real quick. Let me take that. Do you hand him the map?
Yeah.
All right, cool. He wraps it up and puts it behind his back. All right, you're taking me with you.
But you said you couldn't fight.
I don't give a fuck about fighting. You said you're getting there fast. You need a map. I'll give you the map if you take me there. Deal?
Fair enough.
Good. Take
you
whatever
really
else
afraid
the
of-
fuck you want from here. And he just goes walking towards the door.
Okay, then Taryn's just gonna investigate.
Go for it.
Same.
Roll another investigation. Din time.
Oh shit!
11, 15. While looking through, you do find this loud noisemaker that has like a wind-up component that makes it delayed before it starts making the noise, but as soon as it hits that last tick, it's very, very loud. There's a couple of odd and end books that look like erotica. But
Gives to Kai.
yeah. Wait, there's no pictures though. Yes. And that's really all you come across, Taryn. Oana, as you're looking through, I mean, there's a lot of big jugs in here, like that could be used for alchemical purposes if people do that.
Is that the content of the erotica?
No, it's not. The jugs are different from the erotica.
Took me a second.
Yeah. However, you do find a small, well, I say small, it's like 1.5 feet long and maybe like 3 to 4 inch deep box that looks very exotic and foreign, and as you open it up, it has like a little latch to keep it shut. There appears to be a volume of supplies meant for ritualistic nature. Good amount of incense, ash, a very worthwhile baggie filled with gem dust.
I'll take that.
Alrighty. The other two, do you want to loot this shop that the the storekeeper just walked out of because you're gonna teleport him someplace else.
Is there
Straight I do.
Yeah.
is there a
Investigation. Yeah.
Is there like a register?
No, there's not.
Ugh.
Investigation. 9. You find something that's actually pretty interesting. You pick up a ball and you throw it behind you, and a few seconds later, the ball's back in your hand. And then you throw it. A few seconds later, it's back in your hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hold of that.
All right, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess Kai doesn't want to investigate, so okay then.
I'm also going to take one of the
sorry.
alchemy jugs.
Nope, I said roll again. 3 times even. You said you're taking alchemy jug?
Yeah,
Go for it.
just because I want one.
Alrighty. 10, Kai, you come across this little wooden stick that's thin, but then has like 4 prongs that look a little sharp on it, and it's about 2.5 feet long. And when you pick it up, you just like scratch your back with it. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. You found a back scratcher.
Nice.
So there you go. You guys all found your things. Hey, are we leaving or what?
Taking a moment to loot.
Oh, sure. You might want to do that before the boss gets back, though. He's a pretty big fella.
Right. I think we're done here.
All right. All right, let's leave. Wait. He writes on a piece of paper, "I quit," and just throws it on the floor and then walks out. You're supposed to give them a 2-minute notice.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Long established Guardian tradition.
2-minute notice. Hey, I'll be quitting soon. Just
Let me make this one last cup of coffee.
Ooh. Oh, I gotta adjust my map.
I have done that before.
I never walked out from a job and quit. I just like, aside from my last job, I never gave it 2 weeks notice either. I just quit like probably like a few days before my next shift. Like Hot Topic, that was a fun one. They took us out because we actually did good that year. That's amazing for Hot Topic because I don't know if you know this, but they're failing as an entire business strategy. It's atrocious. Their associate program is stupid. They clearly don't know how to be salespeople. Anyways, that comes from the higher ups. The people who work in there are cool. But they like, hey, you guys actually had a profitable season. We're taking you all out to go bowling. I was like, wow, that's great. Yeah, let's go bowling. And while I was sitting there, the general manager was like chilling next to me. He's like, hey, Joe, you know you did a decent job this season, right? I was like, yeah, you know I'm not coming back, right? And that was it. I quit.
I spent 30 minutes packing all my stuff into bins, put it in my car, and then made another cup of coffee.
Fuck you guys. I'm taking my coffee.
I had gone out to do an inspection, came back, they messed with my stuff, so I was like, I quit, packed my stuff, put it in my car, and got another cup of coffee before I left. It's like...
Coffee is important. You need the energy.
Yes.
Like, I just spent 30 minutes packing my car full of stuff. I needed the caffeine.
Alrighty.
We're just gonna show for an extra person for Reggie.
Yep. So you guys leave, head back over to the tavern where Reggie is currently upstairs in his room. You guys, you said no more drinking, right?
Right.
Good. Oh!
No, I think we said no more drinking once you get your mining job. Right?
I gotta stop being sober soon. It's been like 2 weeks. Alright. Well, all right, let's go upstairs. And he just like,
Reginald knocks on the door.
yes.
We found a map. It is attached to a person who is wanting to go to Whitestone as well.
Hey, are you're see?
It was the deal.
Kai, I will give you 10 gold to knock him unconscious and steal the map.
Why would I want to? He's a nice guy. And it's Tyrion's, stealing is Tyrion's thing.
Sneak.
Yeah, that's already happening. Sneak is already drawing the like pommel of his short sword and is just like standing behind the guy.
He holds his hand up. You see how easy it is for us to just take it, right?
Yeah, just pommeled the back of the head. He down.
Oh, dick.
I take things from people who have other things, not from someone who doesn't have a thing to their name.
Technically, the map wasn't his either. We stole it from the shop. He was just coming along so as not to rat us out. But as he is now quit, it's not a problem.
Why did you not simply purchase the map from the I don't... Whatever. If you die, it is on you. I am not going to save you. This guy's kind of a dick.
Wait, is he still
You're
conscious?
not wrong.
Yeah, he's a really tough motherfucker despite Sneak whacking him in the back of the head. Your max damage with that is not enough to knock him unconscious. He's hurt.
Oh,
Are we really trying?
it's just like, hey, now hang on. My strength of 4 is definitely enough to knock out a drunk. Come on.
If he was a mundane drunk, sure.
Oh, you ass.
Leave him alone.
It's nothing to just include him, and once we get there, he can make his way to Whitestone while we do what we need to do.
Fine, but if there's any babysitting, it is your responsibility.
Fine.
I'm not going to pick up after him. I'm not going to clean up his shit.
As if you've had to clean up anyone else's. You'll...
On a very regular basis, yes.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Fun fact, when people get tortured, they often shit themselves.
That's
He
why you
nods
keep
in
the
affirmation.
torturing to psychological.
It still affects them in that regard as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
That's disappointing.
It is. Regardless, though, your responsibility, not mine. He opens the door all the way, and you see that the bed has been, like, lifted and pushed up against the wall, opening up the main floor, and he has almost a perfect circle drawn down here. All right, come on, all of you. Come on.
Taryn kind of like helps guide the little dwarf into the circle.
Oh, hey, what's the temperature like out there?
Cold.
Nice.
It's covered in snow about 6 months of the year.
Oh, that's it? Okay, that's not bad.
What's the name of the dwarf's name? What was the dwarf's name again?
Nobody asked him.
Oh.
I know.
Hey,
Oh yeah, dwarf. What's your name?
The 13.
Nameless Mook.
13?
Third tier. 13 is my name. I'm a little nervous. Never done this magic thing before, not like this, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting, to
All
say
right.
the least.
All right, let's go. He leaps and jumps on top of the circle. Ah. Oh, that's not how it works.
Not activated yet.
Everybody hold hands. He finishes the circle. Alrighty, time to roll the D100. Taryn, we're going to have you roll it this time so we can blame you. We are considering this as seen casually.
Why me? You know I fucking...
Oh, I know.
Are we going for low or are we going for high?
Low.
High. Definitely high.
You guys won high.
Oh my god. We just killed a dwarf.
You should have known asking me to do this. What was going to happen?
It's probably the point.
Oh my god. We just killed a dwarf.
The spell
Fuck the dwarf. What about ourselves?
reacts unpredictably. At this point, Sneak, I do need you to roll damage for your weapon, your short sword, to see how much he took.
For some reason, I don't have a short sword. Hang on.
That's because you use a magic psychic sword. You don't need a short sword.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, there. I thought it was 20 damage.
So 9 points of bludgeoning, you whack in the back of his head that one time, and the spell goes off, and all of you feel this large vibration, and you notice the dwarf kind of like slips a little bit on the chalk, and it distorts the circle just slightly. You all disappear and begin slamming aggressively through the ether, moving through the system of tubes that none of you have ever seen before, slamming all around and becoming torn and ripped in different areas. You all suffer 11 points of force damage, as well as the dwarf. So he's up to 20 points of damage he's taken. Oana, you roll the D100 next. We get to re-roll this.
Oh, jeez.
You say 11 points of damage?
100.
Lovely.
11. 54. That was the bare minimum you needed to succeed.
Oh, shit.
You all land on the ground, slamming into a set of trees that look beautiful and covered in this white sheen that just glistens amazingly. Now, for some of you, it is very uncomfortable because you're not used to the cold-tempered climates that persist around this globe. However, for the rest of you, this is marvelous temperature, and you're beginning to enjoy yourselves. You all look around. Taryn, taken aback as you recognize your home. Your beautiful forested home, but maybe 20 miles outside of Whitestone, not very far at all. And as you get very, very excited for this, you all look at the dwarf who is mush on the ground.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
I shouldn't have asked his name. That probably did.
Never give them a name. Once you name the pet, they are destined to cause you tragedy.
is the map there?
Oh, his belongings are fine. It's him that's destroyed. They're just covered in goo.
Oh.
That's perfectly fine.
Reggie looks over at him and goes, fantastic.
We tried.
Personally, I see this as a win. Morally, we are in the clear. We did everything right by him. It was mere coincidence of magic that caused him to die.
Hi,
Not
looks
our
over the
problem.
Sneak with the raised eyebrow. Seriously?
I actually have to agree. We did try.
I'm tired.
And
I think we all just had our bodies vibrated to death. He did anyway.
I'll take back the 10 gold I gave him.
you find the map
plan.
and Reggie cleans the map with prestidigitation. Because of course he has that spell.
Right.
Yeah. You've got to clean the torch juice off your face every now and again.
Now, will we try to get to Whitestone itself? Or...
Well, Oh, and to show where you all are, you're somewhere around here in the Alabaster Sierra. Okay.
Okay, we actually did okay.
Oh no, you guys you bare minimum met the requirement to succeed on where you wanted to go. The second
So-
time.
Are we going to bury Tier guy?
Do you have a shovel?
I'm pretty sure he's going to freeze over fairly quickly and or be absorbed into the ground. He is liquid more than solid right now. That is what happens when you move through the tunnels around this world at an incredible speed.
And obviously
Yeah.
the ground's probably frozen over as well.
I suppose we should have told him to hold his breath.
I don't think that would have helped, but sure.
Well, this
I'm
is
just
what
gonna-
happens when you don't hold your breath.
Oh, great. I'm
Hold
just
your breath,
gonna
close your eyes, or whoo!
Start looking around for things.
Again, are we trying to get to Whitestone itself? Or...
That is a very good question. So long as we're not near people, I will continue to speak, but you all are fully aware that as soon as we see civilization, I must be quiet, correct?
The
Understood.
sooner we first find civilization, the better then.
Does
Like,
that work? Does that work for?
What'd you
Sneak
say,
just
Kai?
gives Reggie a quick wink.
Does that work for Tyrion as well?
Maybe in some parts of the world. Anyways, I think
Well-
if we go to Whitestone, we'll be able to get a better bearing for ourselves. And if you have allies out here, maybe get a group of people to assist us and meet up with the Myriad as they are crossing over. Or we can beeline ourselves over to that ferry destination. It has been 2 days since we learned about the passage.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you say ferry destination?
Yes, they were on a ferry going to a
That
destination.
type of ferry. Okay.
Well, I could always get us a hunting party.
Marvelous. Then all of you go do that, and I am going to find my way over to the ferry destination. You do not mind if I take the map since you are familiar with this land, correct?
Sure.
Thank
but a warning about the woods here. They have been
Is it more whispers?
for about the past 200-300 years, they have been artificially made more dangerous. So took care of most of what I could when I was here last, but who knows what else there.
Wunderbar. Takes the map and just walks away.
And you can't burn it down either.
You don't, but almost everybody else hears him cursing under his voice. Not allowed to burn any fucking forest. Everybody's so damn hippie these days.
And as he's walking away, Taryn puts her fingers up to her mouth and lets out a really long whistle, waiting for a response.
Okay. Let me reread your stuff.
What did the turtle spirits say exactly? They were headed back to your home, right?
Yes. Let's see here.
Does that mean Whitestone in general, or literally your home? Like that ring?
Well, you see the village itself, it's not like a human settlement. It's not very tight. It's kind of spread out a little bit more. The central gathering places, of course, but everything else is a little bit more widespread.
So the whistle isn't for your people, right?
Well, it would be kind of a way to find each other in the woods.
Well, it doesn't appear like any of them are nearby. Nobody has responded.
Interesting. Well, we could make our way to a few of the gathering places, see if anyone's near. And I'll start leading us towards the waterfall.
Alrighty. You travel over across a couple of the ridges in these mountains and through a very thick forestation. All of you are kind of uncomfortable right now while traveling, aside from Taryn. The snow is 6-7 inches deep. The trees are covered and coated with it, and they're sappy, and trees here are sticky to touch. It's really weird. Where you guys come from, there's a little bit of sap sometimes, but just by touching them, you're immediately like, oh, this is nasty. And everything's kind of on unkept, unformed land. So you're walking at awkward angles moving around this area. Everyone else you're noticing, you're very, very slow. Taryn is moving at a normal pace.
Taryn, why didn't you tell us it was so cold here?
She did.
Multiple times.
We just didn't listen.
Do you need my coat?
What?
Kai, do you need my coat?
I'm good for now, thank you. As he shivers and rubs his arms. And there's like the hot foot on the eyes.
Maybe you can summon a giant badger and hold it for warmth.
Kai smiles at that, and he pulls out a fur ball and throws it on the ground.
Well, like a badge to eat his face.
It depends if it's an American badger or...
What did I roll?
I think a
It's a
D8.
Either D6 or D8.
Which bag is it?
The let me see.
Bag of animals.
I'm asking the color.
Brown.
No, you have the gray bag.
Oh, gray.
I would never give you the tan one. 6. Look at that. You have another giant badger. That immediately looks very offended that you brought it here. Badgers don't like cold like that.
I pick him up and hold on tight. I thought I pull out another one.
Go ahead and roll.
Roll.
There's a giant rat.
I think it's 3 times.
Yep.
Oh, this isn't gonna be a help.
It's a normal sized badger.
I pick up the 2 badgers, hold them close for warmth.
All right.
You just leave the rat in the cold?
You're a dick.
Taryn will circle back and pick up the rat and keep the wood.
Oh, Kai would have saved the rat too. I picked up the rat too, but if you want.
Alrighty. Taryn, as you walk through here, you do start noticing a lot of sections of the trees seem to have scorch marks on them. There's a couple of landfalls as well in this area.
What could have caused this?
Reggie, this looks like your handiwork.
Oh, he's long gone at this point.
No.
It does look like his handiwork, though. Is this the direction he went in?
No.
Are we heading into town?
Yes.
Taryn will try the whistle again.
You whistle loudly, and at this point, you do get a handful of large elk that move closer by. One of them looks at you. Hey, Taryn, how you been?
Been busy. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Who are these people?
Is that a
Friends.
talking deer?
It's an elk. Thank you. It's way bigger than a deer. It looks down at you.
Friends of mine.
Ah. Oh. Hi, friends. Oh yeah, you've been gone for a little while. Some things have changed.
Really?
Yeah. Most of your folk have they've left.
Really?
They've moved in with Whitestone, or this traveled outwards to different areas and such.
Well, not what I was expecting, but
Well, they left the council of the animals out here to handle it, so we'll be all right.
that's good to hear. It's
Yeah.
different, but as long
Yeah.
as they're making their way through, you know.
Oh, forgot to mention that part. Not very long ago, Whitestone pissed off a bunch of drows, apparently. Looks over at the sinkholes.
Oh hell, what happened?
Still not very sure. I believe that they sent people down there to investigate some thing, and then they failed. And they got tied up in a whole political uprising thing that was happening in the Underdark, and, well, apparently one side was successful and very pissed off.
Right. Where's the village moved to? I know you said some in Whitestone, but
Oh, the village is gone.
they've all just
Scattered.
scattered.
I mean, there's a large portion of them in Whitestone now because it's a lot safer over there. They patrol around here periodically, but I mean, with all of us, there's not really a need for them to be out here patrolling very often. I mean,
True. Well, looks like we are headed to Whitestone.
oh, cool. Here, let me help you out. The elk goes over towards you, Sneak, and squats down, seeing that you're very awkward in this climate. Imagine that a tiefling is not good in the cold.
Yeah, I'm not a Levistus tiefling.
Yep.
Is it Levistus, the one that's stuck in ice?
Yes. So
But those tieflings are cool.
it kneels
Alright.
down for you. Hey, jump on my back.
Taryn, you and I are going to have a conversation about whatever hallucinogenics you've been slipping into my tea.
Is
He
it?
gets on the elk.
Can we understand all this?
Yes, it's speaking common.
Oh,
I'm
you
less
all-
than comfortable.
Do all of you need rides as well? It stands back up. Sneaky, oh shit, this thing is bigger than a horse. This is...
I don't
sure.
particularly like horses either.
Yeah.
Sure. And then Kai looks down to the two animals he's holding. Can you speak common?
They just look at you and blink.
Hmm.
One is like 3 times bigger than the other.
Yeah, it's just... It whistles, and a bear walks out as well, a very large brown bear. It stands at almost 10 feet tall.
Oh my god, I run over and I jump on its back.
Hey, oh, hey! Hey, how you doing back there?
I
Hi.
had dibs on him.
So,
think
Kai, you
that-
can't have every bear in the world.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
It's all right. Both of you guys can jump on my back. No problemo.
Hey,
I'm just gonna touch its fur.
long time no see.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are the cubs?
Oh, they're doing great. You know, Boo Boo just left the nest last week.
Son of a bitch. I'm English and I got that reference.
Kai jumps on.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey. Oh, did you bring me a little snacky snack? Looks at your badgers, Kai.
No. Eat her rat.
I'm not much of a rat guy, personally, but okay. And they just start walking through the forest. Taryn, you can walk normal pace, so they're letting you do you. So, yeah, where have you been off to? We haven't seen you in a while.
I was in Wildemount actually.
What's a Wildemount?
Over the ocean.
Ah. They look at each other confused. For his sake, can you tell him what an ocean is?
The big salt water on the other side of the mountains.
Oh, bad place. Gotcha.
Right. There's lands and people on the other side of all that.
I guess they needed a bit more help, eh?
Something like that.
What a fun time. Fun time.
Yes, and that's where these three are from.
Oh, hey, ocean people. How you doing? Can I just call you Ocean Man?
Well, I'm a woman, actually, but sure.
Oh, are you now? I couldn't tell the difference.
I've gotten that a lot.
Well, these forests around here have been getting a bit more dangerous recently, so they've been asking old Yogi here to help out with all these things. Yeah, it's really good to have a predator on your side sometime. Oh, you know I don't like that phrase very much there. I know, it's... But, I mean, that's what I know. It's just I don't like it. Makes me sound like a bad guy. I just like meat.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If you don't predate, how do you get your meat if you don't hunt things?
Oh, I hunt. We just don't hunt anybody who's on the council.
Oh, so is this like a only the council can talk kind of thing?
Yeah.
Talk common.
There's a couple of us
apologize.
that decided they don't want to be on the council and they left. But yeah, the rest of us are good. You remember Shardy? Shardy was a wild winter wolf up here.
I do.
Yeah. Kind of got really in a huff and puff and blew his ass down the mountain and ran away.
What a pig.
Yep. Ooh, pig. No, Yogi, no. Oh.
I'm with you on this, Yogi.
Pig
is good.
Do you like liquefied dwarf?
Never ate it. They tell me I shouldn't eat people, though. Apparently, I'll get a taste for it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
We found one a while back. Had no idea how it happened, but...
Roll a deception check.
How could that have happened?
All right, he'll believe you. Oh, wow. That's really inconvenient for the dwarf. Hey, the dwarf are the small folk, right? No, those are halflings. Oh, okay.
I mean, dwarves are small too. They're the small ones with the beards and the alcohol.
And big muscles.
Those are also halflings. Like, just very confused.
They're also quite wide.
Oh, those guys, the wide folk. Oh, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah, well, hopefully...
Yeah, Dwarves are more beer. Halflings are more appletini.
And then there's gnomes, which we saw.
We don't
He
speak. of
growls
them.
very aggressively, and your body vibrates on his back like, oh, fuck. Remember, this is a bear.
Yeah.
We
Probably
don't
no,
like
actually,
those
I
things.
didn't meet them because I wasn't in Hupperduke.
Oh, yeah.
They're interesting people. You make do.
I don't very much like them personally, but hey, that's just me.
Had to work with a
That's
few
kind
of
of
them.
racist.
It's only gnomes, man. Fuck those things.
Yeah, they don't count.
Exactly. But anyways, they do lead you up over towards the beautiful city of Whitestone. And you get right outside of a very large gate that has a little bit of a shimmer across it, creating a dome-like effect all the way across. And this is probably where we're going to go ahead and go on break. So, everyone, we'll be right back.